Hello, YouTube. It's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Hunt for Love, Season 1, Episode 3, The Boy Who Loved His Own Face. So we're just going to get on into it. This is going to be a very short video because except for the very end, it was very boring. So we open up at the episode with basically Elise coming to talk to Rob. Last week we left off with Courtney and Usman and Rob talking at the bar, and along came Elise. And she wants, because remember what happened last week, Elise went off on Rob for rating her a 3 on that speed dating thing or whatever. So Elise comes in and says that, Rob, that really triggered me, but I do apologize for the way I acted and everything. I've just been used so much in my past relationships, blah, 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 and all that. And, and I shouldn't have reacted that way. Rob said, he appreciates the apology. And, Elise told him, like, don't act all weird to me tonight and everything. And we'll see where it goes, basically. So Rob said, like, even though he accepts her apology, he's still, like, basically watching her and everything, and because like you don't know what she's gonna get, basically, because Rob really likes Jen, and we'll talk more about that in a second. So after that, we seen because Jen also likes Cole, one of the singles. Now I'll admit, like, I'd rather see more of the singles than the 90 Dayers. It's a lot of people have been saying that and the singles just got the short end of the stick going down there. They didn't know what show they were going to be on until they got down there and stuff. And I feel bad for that. And yeah, I'd rather see the singles than the 90 Dayers. But it is what it is. So then later we seen one of the dating coaches go talk to Colt. And, basically this is out of Colt's comfort zone, because Colt said last week he's just used to talk to the girls online. He's even said that he's never really asked a girl on a date, like on in person, basically. And so, like, the dating coach was trying to give him tips to say, look, you gotta just have that confidence in you. Like, she wanted to check in with him because she said, he's not the typical looking person, that hair and everything, which is fine, and that's fine. He doesn't have to be, basically. So Colt told the dating coach that, like, he wants to ask out one of the singles, and I think her name was May. But he also has his sights on Courtney, basically. But he said he's going to ask out May first. He said that Courtney likes Usman, and the dating coach told him, don't just worry about Colt. Don't worry about that. Just worry about Colt, because if you don't worry about that, then they'll see you for you. And that was some really good advice. So after that, we seen Cole bring, like, Jennifer's basically some breakfast in bed, basically. They went outside to eat some fruit and stuff, and then it started raining and everything. And this is Jen's starting to throw me off a little bit. I'm starting kind of to see where Tim might be coming from a little bit, because everybody's actually online has been saying Jennifer is this season's Jasmine, and I can agree. Cole has been so far with Jennifer really respectful. Like, he doesn't mind that she has a kid, and he's complimenting her. He said he doesn't want to touch inappropriately right now and everything. And she told him, you could touch me a little bit and this and that and everything. And so, but Jen had said in her, like, little interview that, she likes a man that will dominate, like, basically in bed and stuff and everything. And if he's not afraid to tie me up, then he must be the P-U-S-S-Y word and everything. And that's okay, okay, that's, if you want to be all kinky like that, that's fine, and whatever floats your boat. But just because if a man doesn't want to do that stuff doesn't make him that word, basically. You might want to just be grateful that he's actually, like, doing it with you in the first place. So now, after her saying that, I'm starting to see why Tim didn't want to sleep with her because if he was denying things, and then she's going to start calling, because she even called him the PUSSY word and everything, then it is like a Gina and Jasmine situation where you keep insulting me, so like, especially in that manner, so I don't feel sexually attracted to you and stuff, and that is definitely normal. Like I said, it does not make him gay or anything, but like if she is like talking bad about him or putting him down or just calling him names like that, he's not gonna want to be intimate with you. So, but yeah, anyway, so moving on, they all are going to this like little disco party, whatever, and we see like they're on the bus and everything. Usman's on the bus, saying that like how he loves Courtney and already nobody's comparing to Courtney and stuff and whatever. And, if anybody tries to talk to Courtney, he'll punch him and stuff. Usman needs to quit. He really needs to quit. Threatening Chantel, threatening everybody else. Like, you are an African man. First thing first, African men, like given this opportunity, are not supposed to act like that. They're really not supposed to act like that. I'm not saying like everybody and all African men and women should be all saints and stuff, because they're definitely not. But Usman should be holding a higher standard for the African men right now, and he's not. And he's just making it hard for all of us, basically. He just needs to stop. And judging by the previews of next week, him and Cole are going to get at it, and I'm thinking that's going to be funny to watch and everything. So, they're on the bus talking all about that and everything, and talk about connections and stuff and everything. Then we get to the party or whatever, and Colt starts dancing and everything. And he just doing some random dances, like it looked like he was like doing the chicken dance or whatever, and like he was making a fool out of himself. But Chantel came over and it's like, Colt, you need to stop. But here, I'm going to show you how to really dance. And Chantel actually danced with him. And I thought that was really sweet of Chantel. Chantel really is starting to turn around for me too. That was really sweet of Chantel to go do that. She didn't insult him. She didn't make fun of him. She just went over and started dancing with him the right way and stuff. That was beautiful. So then at the party, we see Rob and Jen talk and everything. Rob and Jen are talking and vibing, because Rob kind of really likes Jen. He's like really done with Elise. And he starts talking to Jen and everything, trying to get to know her and stuff and everything. Next thing you know, like Elise, like before that, Cole comes in and interrupts the conversation and like brings her a drink and everything. And kind of like the little cock block, basically. And everything. So like Rob was a little irritated that Cole came in and blocked him out of that conversation and everything. So, all is fair in love and war. So I mean, but yeah, but even after that happened, Elise comes up to Rob and starts having a fit again, saying like, "You're not noticing me. You're just an F boy, blah blah blah," and all that, just talking all that junk. And like Rob was like, "We keep having the same conversation 3 times in a row and everything. We're not getting nowhere and everything." And Elise just like, "You're in for a rude awakening, because when you F me over, that's it," and everything. And he's just like, "Okay, bye." Like, I mean, I don't know why Elise is really hung up on Rob the way she is after 2 days. Like, she said the honeymoon phase is supposed to last longer than 1 day and stuff. Like, girl, it literally was 1 day and stuff. And you're hooked to a guy that you only know for a couple of days, and you're arguing. Like, y'all already had like a full-blown relationship in 2 days to last a lifetime, basically. You met. You made out. You talked on the phone for 3 hours and everything. You had a fight and you broke up. You had a long-lasting relationship just within 24 hours and everything. You had an apology. yeah, you had a full blown relationship. So let's just move on, please, and everything. So we got nowhere with that conversation. Now we go back to Colt, and Colt actually asked out May. Um, and he was really nervous about that. He ended up asking out May, even though he really wanted to go after Courtney. He asked out May, and she just flat out told him like she don't see herself with them. She said that she likes guys who are a little bit more goal driven and a little bit more like fit, taking care of themselves. She said she could play video games with him, and that's it. She said she'll talk to Colt, but that's about it. Okay, it's okay, and I respect that. I respect that. I mean, rejection. The thing is, rejection is hard, but you have to do it respectfully. And I feel like that was respectfully. Like it sucks to hear. No matter how you sugarcoat it, it really sucks to hear. But I appreciated her for being honest and being respectful about it, and because some people when they reject somebody, they're really mean and harsh with it, and there's no need to be that way. Someone just asked you out, and even if you're not interested, like, don't make them feel horrible about themselves. Like we need to get to a point where like, okay, it's okay for us to have our preferences, but we can't like power trip like people ourselves with our preferences. We can't make other people feel like they're less than, like people who like us that we don't like less than because like they're not our type and stuff. Like if I ask like, luckily like me and my girlfriend don't have this issue, but like if say somebody else, like if we went after if somebody else is just like, oh well, I want a man that has a six-pack and everything, and you don't have a six-pack or anything, or I want a man that has $1 million. You ain't got no $1 million and everything. Stay away from me. Like we don't need to be doing that. We really don't need to be doing that and stuff and everything. So like like I said, we just need like as people in relationships, we need to get to the point like if we're not interested in someone, that's fine. We don't have to be interested in certain people. We can be interested in whoever we want. But if we're not interested in somebody who is interested in us, be respectful about it in their rejection. Just be like, just how like May was, like you're a good person. Like, I see us being good friends and stuff. I don't know if we'll vibe in a relationship. I'm not feeling it for a relationship with you, but I have the utmost. I appreciate you. Like, I'm flattered that you like me. That makes me feel good about myself. I want you to still feel good about yourself, even if it's not with me. But like hopefully you can find somebody else that will match what you're looking for and everything, and I'll still be here for you as a friend if you need anything, but I just don't see myself in a relationship with you. That's I just wish all people when they do rejections were like that, but it's not always the case. A lot of people are mean with it. So yeah. Anyway, I digress. But moving back to the episode, so we see Tiffany. Tiffany had that date with Carlo last week, but she still is like in Rocky, and they call him Porn Stash or whatever with that mustache. Whatever. She said that's kind of where we left off with that. And then we get to the actual drama of the episode. Freaking Courtney, and Tiffany said this best. Courtney likes to tell all the tea and thinking that she's a good friend, but her doing that, it is going to catch up with her the wrong way. She went up to Tim and told Tim, I heard that you took Jennifer to a club, to a strip club, and you paid for a lap dance with her, and and he gave her a lap dance, and you kind of liked it and stuff. Tim got really pissed, and Tim doesn't really get pissed. So he was just like, I'm done. Like he said that for years he had to defend his sexuality, and he doesn't want the girls to think that I'm gay pretending to be straight when I'm not, and feel like they're wasting their time and everything, because that's not the case. So he goes up and confronts Jen. She's talking to Cole and some of the other singles and stuff. And he's like, what is with you telling people this and stuff? And Jennifer was like, do you deny it? And she's like, did we not do that? He's like, yeah, we did, but still, why are you telling people all that and everything? And she's like, you've been talking crap about me and for 7 years, and now it's my turn. Chantel steps into the argument. It's like, you don't need to be screaming at him and everything. And Jen just starts going off on Chantel, like, you need to stay out of this conversation and everything. I'm like, man, Chantel, knock her out, please. It's just, someone just clock her in the mouth, please. And everything. And Tim was just like, grow the F up, basically. And we left off with the cliffhanger. And judging by next week, like, we're gonna like continue with this big fight. It looks like Cole's kind of get mad at Tim for like why are you doing that? He's like, it's none of your business and everything. And then Tim is actually screaming at her and everything. Like, I'd never seen Tim this hot and stuff and everything. But you know what? And you already know I'm not Team Tim, but I'm also not Team Jennifer either. I'm Team neither one of them. But, like, even though I'm not a fan of Tim, like, I do think Jennifer is going to, like, basically is trying to sabotage him. But also, Tim needs to quit worrying about it, too. He needs to quit talking about her and make a connection. He's too busy, like, talking about her. Like, he's seen Rob talk to her and everything. He went up to Rob, who's like, I see you talking to Jen and everything. He's like, I'm just helping you out, man, looking out for you. That don't do it and everything. And Rob was just like, well, you already know what I already had to go through with one person. Can't get any worse than that, really, and everything. So yeah, they're both talking crap about each other. It's really just pointless and everything. But Tim is not having any connections with anybody, basically, as of right now. So, but I can't wait to see how that argument, that was the best part, and I can't wait to see how that plays out next week. So yeah, that was pretty good. But yeah, Courtney and Usman, they just need to go. Like, I can't with them. I'm actually liking Colt better than Courtney and Usman right now. Like, Courtney's an airhead. Usman think he hot stuff. Like no. But, like I said, Chantel, like I said, I've been respecting Chantel a bit more. She really came to Tim's defense, and I thought that was really cool. Until and Jennifer is starting to prove that this should be proof that Jennifer can get a reality check, that she maybe is not all hot stuff that she thinks that she is. Yes, she's a beautiful girl on the outside, but she's not a beautiful girl on the inside. I'm sorry. I don't like her personality. I don't. I really don't. So now I'm starting to get it with Tim and Jennifer's relationship. But yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. But yeah, I can't wait next week. Yeah, and we'll finish up with that argument, and then Colt and Usman are gonna go at it. That's gonna be funny. That's gonna be talked about for days. I can't wait to see how the aftermath of that goes. But anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. Yeah, I'm not crying tonight. So yeah, but anyway, guys, we are up to 81 subscribers, by the way, on the Nathan Tim 2 page. So I'm trying to get to at least 100 subscribers, like, within the next couple of weeks. So please share this video with a friend or two and everything. Please like and subscribe to this channel. It means so much to me. I appreciate you guys' love and support and everything. I've been doing this channel for 3 years now. It's slowly but surely, like I said, there will be changes coming pretty soon. Like I said, we got that big interview with with 2/3 of the throuple coming up. So that's gonna be big for this channel. So I hope that we can pull that through and getting more viewers and stuff. But I appreciate all my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll be back on next week to recap 90 Day Fiancé, the last episode before the tell-all. So love you guys. Have a good night. Bye, y'all.